Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your buddy Ramalina, back to you again with another episode. But before we get into that, I'd like to say that this channel is geared towards adults and adult collectors and is not intended for anybody under the age of 13. So without further ado, let's get into today's episode. All right. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your buddy Ramalina, Pun Perfector, Toy Collector. So welcome back, guys. As always, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're able to tune in. And before I get into the rest of the video, I hope each and every one of you are safe and healthy during this sort of surreal, sort of very scary time in the world. I guess a lot of people, have been affected by this pandemic, and a lot of people, haven't been as fortunate, to have, walked through, this unscathed. People have, lost jobs and, lost, a lot of things, and, I feel, just bad, in general, for anybody that's been affected by this, craziness that's been unraveling in the world. But all I want to say is, I just want to wish you guys, continued sort of like strength, continued sort of perseverance during this time. I know it's easy for me to say, but I think, we all need to sort of like band together and help each other out in every way possible, in any way possible. Just because, it's quite surreal and it's quite different to see, the world the way it is at the moment. It's, seeing shops close down, seeing malls, sort of, look like ghost towns, and seeing, all these, places that normally would be like a hub of activity for, all of us, like toy stores and comic book stores and all these things, have taken sort of taken a huge hit. So, collecting aside, Funko Pops aside, and all the things that we enjoy, as collectors, all those things taken aside, I think it's more about, just like the connections we've made through the world of YouTube, through the world of Funko Pops, through the world of collectibles. I think now more than ever, we need to sort of like, sort of band together and just be supportive of each other. All I can say is that, I know that we'll get through this. I know that we'll sort of persevere and come out better, stronger, and wiser after this, hopefully. And yeah, guys, I just wanted to, sit there and say, if you ever need somebody to chat with, anybody to sort of vibe with and talk to, by all means, hit me up. Whether it's through the world of YouTube or Instagram, I'm always, at the ready. I do have a job where I work with, children, and so I'm sort of a like life coach, you might call it, or sort of a mentor to these young kids. So, of course, I just don't mentor young kids. I mentor, my own kids. I've, talked to my friends, give them, wisdom as I can. So I just try to pass that on and try to sort of like tell people, hey, you know what, no matter how bad things get, hey, listen, you have a friend in me, you got somebody that will listen, you got somebody that'll sort of, take it all in and sort of try to give you the best, sort of advice that I possibly can. So yeah, guys, that's all I'm saying. It's that, during this time, let's sort of band together and sort of, basically be each other's support system. That's the most important thing at this time, when everything sort of is like in limbo. Things are just kind of wacky. But enough of that, negative sort of Debbie Downer sort of talk. Like, let's keep it light, let's keep it happy, let's keep it positive. So thumbs up, guys. All right. So with that being said, I was lucky enough to have been the recipient of a awesome giveaway. The lucky winner, I mean. So there's this channel called The Russell Collects. So a new up-and-coming channel. There's this guy, John, who's the host of the channel, the MC of the channel, the star of the show. And yeah, he's got a great thing going. Cool guy, down to earth, super chill. You know, during the spring convention, or during ECCC, he had a little giveaway for a pop. So I was the lucky winner of that particular pop, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I got. So here we go. So perfect cell. Yeah, so definitely a cool pop. Definitely one of the coolest pops that came out during the spring convention. So of course, perfect cell is a bad guy in the world of Dragon Ball Z. I know I love anime. I enjoy every aspect of it. Dragon Ball Z is like one of those, one of those animes that I really never delved into, that I really never watched, but I want to. I know sometimes, like, I'll, poke fun at my friends who love and thoroughly enjoy Dragon Ball Z, but it's out of, just pure, like, stupidity, like, I just bust their chops just to say, hey, you know what, whatever. But I do respect Dragon Ball Z as a franchise. Obviously, Dragon Ball Z basically made it cool, made it mainstream to enjoy anime. So Dragon Ball definitely set it off, for the rest of the world. Obviously, it introduced all the mainstream animes that we enjoy nowadays, like My Hero Academia, like my Demon Slayer, like all the ones that have basically come after it. So I would say that Dragon Ball Z is definitely the godfather of anime, in my opinion. So much respect to the world of anime. But yeah, this thing is so cool. I've seen people take this out of box. I've seen people use the glow light to illuminate this bad boy. This thing is definitely neat, definitely cool. Thank you so much, Mr. John over at Russell Collects, for this awesome win. As you guys can see, it's glow in the dark, obviously. And of course, it's the shared sticker. So yeah, I think that this one was exclusive to Hot Topic, I believe. So yeah, during that time, I just wasn't able to basically go out and purchase any of the pops that came out during ECCC. Obviously, when these dropped, it was amid all that nonsense with the world, and COVID. So I took a step back, as far as collecting. So hopefully, when this all passes, hopefully I can jump back into the world of collecting, like I have been for like the last, several years. But in the meantime, like I said, I was definitely ecstatic, definitely happy to have won this. This is definitely cool. I'll definitely, add this to my collection. And thank you so much, John, for this awesome win. So thank you so much. Of course, got two items here, and just wanted to show you exactly what else I got. So this is another anime-inspired Funko Pop. And of course, it's the one, the only, All For One. And as you guys can see, it's a Fugitive Toys exclusive. So with this one, it's very cool. I'll take it out of the box, and we'll take it out of the protector, and I'll show you guys exactly what it looks like. So on the side panel, you can kind of see All For One, basically exhibiting his quirk. His quirk is obviously thusly named All For One. So the cool thing about All For One is that he's able to stagger and stack quirks. So he's not just limited to a quirk, like most of the people in My Hero Academia. This guy is basically able to take and, basically steal quirks that he sees sort of fit or fitting for him. Anything that's sort of like, dull, boring, anything that's sort of like benign that he doesn't really care for, he takes anyway, just to see how he can like sort of, manifest it and make it better. But most of the time when he does take a quirk, doesn't give it back. Normally the person that he takes it from ends up sort of like, dead, ends up, missing in action, or ends up not having a quirk at all, and sort of reverting back to being just a regular human. So definitely a cool quirk. As you guys can see, in one of the best episodes I've ever seen in any anime, All For One basically starts to exhibit a lot of these quirks, and thus you see the pumped up arm. So there's this epic battle between, All Might and All for One, and basically, as they're, throwing blows and basically trying to take each other out, you hear All for One basically chant all these perks. I mean, not perks, quirks. So he's basically telling you exactly what he's doing. So he's like, using, multiplier, booster, kinetic energy multiplied. He goes off on this like tangent where he's just like sort of rambling off like every single one of his, possible quirks. Because I think at the time of this episode, I think he had 13 or 14 quirks at his availability. So he was able to use those in different ways. So it's so cool. Like if you ever watch this particular episode, he just like says, he says spring-like limbs, spear-like weapon. He just goes off, and as he's saying, as he's manifesting the quirk, his arm just continues to bulge bigger and bigger, and it's just like it's oversized. It's like twice the size of his own body. So it's kind of crazy. So you can kind of see it in the box panel or the box art here on the side. So yeah, like his arm becomes like twice as big as the rest of his body. So it's kind of crazy. But definitely a cool pop to have. As you guys may or may not know, I do have every pop so far that's been produced with the My Hero Academia line. So definitely was happy and excited to have this as a part of my collection. But yeah, guys, just comment down below what you think. Comment down below if you have this particular pop, and and if you do, thumbs up, guys. It's a cool pop. All right, and last but not least, I'm going to show you one thing. I'm not going to take this out of the box. I'm going to do a separate video for this one, and definitely excited. Definitely another anime-inspired collectible. So here you go, guys. So of course it's Ochako, or Ochoko, or Ochaki, or Okaki, or whatever. Like I said, it's Ochako. That's the way I pronounce it. That's the way I'm going to say it. So I'm sticking with it. But if you guys have seen My Hero Academia, of course, Miss Ochako is sort of like the love interest of Deku, who's the main protagonist of the show, the would-be hero, the basically the successor to All Might himself. But Ochako, on top of being a love interest for Deku, is also a cool heroine in the series. She's got this unique ability. She's basically able to basically touch anything with the palms of her hands, and basically she removes the gravitational pull on whatever she touches. So she makes it weightless. She makes it levitate. So it's definitely a cool ability to have. She's able to make things float and do all those cool things. So definitely a unique quirk unto itself. But yeah, as you guys may or may not see over my right shoulder, I have some Nendoroids up there. Lately I've been taking a step away from Funko Pops. I mean, it's not to say I don't like them and that I don't enjoy them still. Of course they're cool, but I've been sort of like sort of fixed on Nendoroid, and this Nendoroid was definitely an awesome addition to my collection. I think I picked this up on Mercari, I would say a couple weeks ago, and I had some credit on there. I had basically sold some Funko Pops and sold some other collectibles that weren't sort of like a good fit for my collection. So I was able to take that credit and then buy Miss Ochako. But Ochako definitely a cool individual, a cool superhero unto herself. But yeah, guys, as you guys can see, she's rocking her suit, her Uravity suit. So very cool. Of course, she's adorned in pink, like this little light pink sort of superhero suit. So very cool. But yeah, guys, I'll take this out in another video. I'll unbox it, show it to you a little closer, or in better, better detail. But yeah, guys, if you could, just comment down below if you've, ever watched My Hero Academia, if you have any Nendoroids, and if Ochako is one of your favorites. So, hey guys. With that being said, thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for always being a part of the channel. And before I go, before I ask you to, drop a like or subscribe or to set the notification bell, I honestly just want you guys all to be safe, and I just want you guys to remain healthy and keep your loved ones close, and just try to reconnect, and whether it's with each other via YouTube or Instagram, but just connect with the people that mean the most to you. So I think during all this uncertainty and all this like nonsense that's going on in the world, I think now it's more important than ever that we sort of show each other respect, admiration, show each other empathy, just because some of us have walked away, have not walked away unscathed during this crazy pandemic. But yeah, guys, enough of that. I wish you guys the best. I wish you well, and hopefully I see you guys in a vid very soon. And hopefully it's not 3 weeks from now. Alright guys, you take care. Bye.